Most people think saving money makes them smart. But what if that habit is slowly stealing your life? Because one day, you won't run out of money. You'll run out of time. There is a mistake so subtle that it hides behind logic, discipline, and even intelligence. A mistake that feels responsible while it slowly takes something you can never get back. It's not spending too much. It's waiting too long. Most people believe the biggest financial risk is running out of money. So they build their entire life around avoiding that outcome. They save aggressively, delay enjoyment, and treat experiences as something that can always happen later. But there is another risk, one that is far more dangerous because it cannot be reversed. Running out of time with unused life. And the moment you understand that, money stops being the goal and becomes something else entirely. A tool that must be used before it loses its power. Money is not valuable because you have it. It is valuable because of what it allows you to do, and more importantly, when it allows you to do it. $1 million at age 30 is not the same as $1 million at age 70. Not because of inflation, not because of markets, but because of you. Your energy changes. Your curiosity changes. Your ability to experience life changes. And once that shift happens, money can no longer create the same value it once could. This is why the goal is not accumulation. The goal is conversion. Turning money into experiences at the moments where those experiences create the highest return in life. Chapter 1. Define your enough number. Most people never decide how much is enough, and because of that, they never stop accumulating. There is always uncertainty about the future. There is always another reason to save a little more, just in case something unexpected happens. But without defining a clear threshold, saving becomes endless. You are not optimizing your life. You are postponing it indefinitely. The concept of enough is not about exact precision. It is about setting a boundary where saving transitions into spending with intention. It is the point where additional accumulation does not significantly improve your future security, but begins to reduce your present experience. And once you define that point, everything changes. Because now, every extra dollar is no longer protection. It is a decision. Chapter 2. Life expectancy is a strategy variable. Most people treat life expectancy as a statistic, but in reality, it is one of the most important variables in your decision-making. If you expect to live until 85, your spending strategy should be completely different than if you expect to live until 70. The problem is that people tend to plan as if they will live forever, just to avoid the possibility of running out. And in doing so, they create a much more certain outcome. They run out of time first. A more effective approach is to plan based on probability, not fear. To recognize that while there is uncertainty, there is also a distribution of likely outcomes, and your strategy should reflect that. Chapter 3. The Peak Experience Window. There is a period in your life where your ability to enjoy experiences is at its highest, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. This window often sits between your late 20s and your late 40s. You have enough resources to act, enough freedom to choose, and enough energy to fully engage. This is where experiences deliver the highest return. After this window, something begins to change. Energy declines, responsibilities increase, risk tolerance decreases. the same experience becomes harder to access and less impactful. This is why delaying too much is costly. Because you are not just delaying the experience, you are moving it into a phase where its value is reduced. Chapter 4. Memory dividends as a system. Experiences are not one-time events. They are assets that generate returns over time. Every time you revisit a memory, it creates value again. It reinforces identity, strengthens relationships, and adds richness to your life. This is what makes experiences fundamentally different from financial investments. A financial investment grows through compounding returns. An experience grows through repeated recall. And the earlier you create it, the longer it compounds. This creates a system where early life experiences can generate decades of psychological and emotional return. Waiting reduces that compounding effect. Chapter 5. The Spending Curve Model. Your spending should not be linear. It should follow a curve. Lower in the early years when resources are limited, rising during your peak experience window, and gradually declining as your ability to enjoy certain experiences decreases. Most people do the opposite. They spend cautiously early, save aggressively during their peak years, and accumulate the most wealth at a stage where their ability to use it is already declining. This mismatch is one of the biggest inefficiencies in how people manage money. The goal is not to maximize wealth at the end. The goal is to align spending with the periods where it creates the most life value. Chapter 6. Health is a depreciating asset. People think of money as something that grows over time, but they rarely think of health in the same way. Health is not static. It depreciates. Slowly at first, almost unnoticeably, and then more rapidly. This creates a critical constraint. Certain experiences require physical capability, energy, and resilience. And once those decline beyond a certain point, those experiences become inaccessible. No amount of money can reverse that. This means that health is not just something to maintain. It is something that defines your ability to use your money effectively. Chapter 7. The Optimal Age to Give. Most wealth transfers happen too late. They occur after death, when the recipients are often already financially stable and past the stage where the money would have had the greatest impact. The optimal time to give is when the recipient is in their 20s or 30s. This is when money can influence major life decisions, education, career choices, and opportunities. At this stage, even a moderate amount can create significant change. Later, the same amount becomes marginal. This is not just generosity. It is efficiency. Chapter 8. The Risk of Oversaving. Overspending creates visible problems. Oversaving creates invisible ones. You will not see the experiences you missed. You will not see the opportunities that passed. You will not see the version of your life that could have existed. But the absence is still there. And it becomes visible only in hindsight. This is why oversaving is more dangerous. Because by the time you recognize it, there is no way to correct it. Chapter 9. Decision Framework. Now versus later. Every financial decision can be framed as a comparison between present value and future value. The key is to ask a different question. Will this money create more value now or later? If the experience requires youth, energy, or specific timing, the answer is almost always now. If the value increases with stability or long-term security, the answer may be later. This framework simplifies decision-making. It turns abstract uncertainty into a practical evaluation. Chapter 10. The Endgame. Zero by Design. The concept of dying with zero is not about precision. It is about intention. It means that over the course of your life, you have deliberately converted your resources into experiences, relationships, and impact. It means that you did not accumulate more than you could use. It means that you aligned your spending with your life. And most importantly, it means that you did not leave meaningful opportunities untouched. Conclusion. You are not optimizing a bank account. You are optimizing a life. Money is only one variable in that equation. Time, health, energy, and opportunity are equally important. And when you begin to see all of them together, your decisions start to change. Because the objective is no longer accumulation. It is utilization. Outro. There will never be a perfect moment. There will always be uncertainty. There will always be reasons to wait. But waiting has a cost. And that cost is measured in something far more valuable than money. It is measured in the life you did not live. The only question that remains is simple. Will you use what you have while it still matters? Or will you protect it until it no longer does? You can like, subscribe, or share with your friends.